Our bodies were very much in tune to darkness and light. Now, we are at the moment trying to measure cultures, groups within our culture. In Brazil, for example, we are trying to recapitulate how we slept and how our clocks worked when there was no electricity, when we were completely dependent on darkness or daylight. And from those studies, we hope to get sort of an insight into how we have changed over the course of the last 200 to 300 years. I think it has always been not a good idea to adapt to forced biology, which is a very slow adapter.
That's it.
To what we think should work for us, like modern life. But there are other developments which are very exciting, and that is the light is intensity of light is of course important. Now, if we go outside, on a rainy day we get about 10,000 lux, and on a sunny day we get 100,000 lux or more. That's just a unit for light. Inside, we are lucky, in buildings, we are lucky if we ever get more than 200 to 300 lux. So it's nothing. So we're constantly living in a cave, and we're never getting any sunlight. However, light intensity is the only thing that is important about light. The good thing is that biology interprets light also on the basis of its color. And daylight outside, for example, has much more blue light than most of the lamps that we had until recently inside. Now we have lamps that produce blue light even in the evening, so that the body clock thinks it's still day.
How on earth my culture can interfere with the way I calculate day, night, time to work, time to fly, time?
Well, culture comes in many ways. Of course, with the social clock, it comes into the game, because now a culture makes a certain social time, and this social time has to negotiate with the internal time, or other way around, the internal time has to negotiate with the social time. But take Spain, for example, northwestern Spain. You have a lovely example for the cultural influence on this internal time, because the poor people in Galicia have to live to the sun time of Prague, because they are in the same time zone.
That's true, that's true.
Which means that in summer, when they look at their watch and the watch says it's midday, it is only 9:30 concerning real midday, because midday is when the sun is highest.
Right.
Midnight is the middle between sunset and sunrise. So when our clocks, our social, cultural clocks, tell us it's midnight, in most cases they lie, because it's not the middle of the night. It's only the middle of the night in Prague, but certainly not in Galicia. Since the body clocks of everyone, and also of the people living in northwestern Spain, synchronizes to the real sun time, they are much later than the people in Budapest, for example. And this has an influence on the culture, because people there eat much later. They go to work a bit later, but they certainly eat much later than people in Budapest. And that is the influence of the internal time that reads the sun time and doesn't care about the social time.